Hi, everybody. Dr. Sean Casey here, answering your questions about health, fitness, nutrition, and various other issues that pop up. Today, we're talking about goals, plans, and programs. Of course, in our office, we do see patients that have some pretty specific and serious health conditions, and there's a program and protocol we follow to make sure they can reach their goals as quickly as possible, as safely as possible, in a timely manner. Now, we can apply that formula to a lot of other things at home too. So a lot of patients that might be on a weight loss journey, our specific athletic program. And one of the things we look at is how do we kind of keep that going? How do we keep making those changes? And honestly, when we look at the research on growth and development, whether it's mental, physical, or spiritual, consistency is always going to be the key. Doesn't have to be a big thing or a big amount of time, but consistency time and again shows greater results when we trend that way. So if you're doing an exercise program or a fitness program, a little bit every day is great, but I would suggest you pick about the same time every day to do your workout and you follow that. That's just part of your routine. It's kind of like I tell patients, getting up and brushing your teeth. No one jumps out of bed and says, all right, gonna brush my teeth. But we do it. Why? Because it has huge benefits in the long run. Same thing with stretches and exercises, our nutrition program. As you get up and you start your day focused on that and just chip away at it a little bit every day, but at the same time, it becomes a routine, it becomes a habit, so it's not as challenging to do so. The other big thing we do recommend is getting a partner or partners. One of the things we found out with working out is if you're going to the gym, having two friends to work out with, because one of you can always talk the other one out of not going that day, but there's three of you, at least one of you is going to be really on point and you're going to hit your goals and hit your targets that way. Same thing with meal programs. I know a lot of folks like to do what are called challenges, where you get a group of friends and you have a challenge, whether it's about consistency or percentage of body fat loss or total weight loss goals. There's a lot of great things you can do that way to make it a little more fun, but also have a little bit of that accountability, which really helps out. Keeping a log in a journal isn't a bad idea either. If you can look at where you started, and then as you start feeling like, well, I don't know if I'm really seeing some changes, once you go back and look at where you started and where you were the next day, you realize you have come a pretty far way and it was worth the effort, and that's a good motivating factor as well. So these are little tips. There's a lot of great programs, actually apps on your phone you can get. Well worth looking into that. Just anything that's going to keep you consistent and moving forward is really going to help you hit those goals. Well, if you are having some specific health concerns, whether it's nutrition, weight loss, or exercise, we do a lot of consulting here in our office and helping folks get to their goals. Give us a call. We'd be happy to answer any questions you have or help you with any concerns you might have. Hope that helps. Have a great day.